When I said I was getting a hotel that was right by Six Flags, I meant I was getting a hotel that was right by Six Flags. Days in, I guess. So we're here today at Six Flags over Texas, the original Six Flags, way back in the day before all the parks merged and even before Six Flags was a thing. And I'm already a little pissed off at the entry experience because the line to get into the park and the line to park and all that stuff took forever, and I came here like rope drop. So fingers crossed, I am technically here for 2 days, so we're gonna try and get here a little early. Oh my god, there's a dog. Hold on. Okay, everything's instantly better now. Look at that little guy. Little service dog. But I'll tell you all the actual woes of my flight up here and everything later when I get a chance. Now all you guys need to know is we're here at the original Six Flags, and we're gonna try and get on the original RMC way back here before it gets busy, because it is a Saturday in the middle of October. This place is about to be slammed. Yeah, boy, this is what I'm talking about. Dino Off-Road Adventure. Okay, so first impressions before I go around and get some more laps on it later. It's tight. I got front seat on that, well, row 2, but basically front seat, because I was recommended that it was a definitely front seat ride. This was the first RMC conversion, so like you could definitely tell there's an improvement in their philosophy, but still get the basics there. Still get a lot of like that vertical drop, basically vertical drop, a lot of highly banked turns at 90 plus degrees, and some really good ejector pops. So solid ride. I mean, we'll go back around when we have time / day 2 because it's a Saturday, but first impression, insight, it's not the best. Wondering, this is in fact an October video, so get spooked or whatever. Next up of our coaster things that have low capacity, probably we got Runaway Mountain, which already I love the theming. Look at this beautiful old shack, all the rock work that houses the building. Nice theming. It'd be great to see Six Flags come back to form on this, and I guess now that we're Cedar Fair, it's Cedar Fair too. It's all Six Flags. We're not in Florida. Oh, hey, a squirrel. Come back here, squirrel. That's for Cody. Where'd they all go? They left full, but there's no one in there now. It's just a coaster in a box, guys. Ain't nothing wrong with coaster in a pitch black box, because, you know, you can't see or whatever. Especially wearing sunglasses indoors like you should. I will say though, really cool policy right here. Evolution will pick up to right here where the station boards, because you leave all your stuff here and then you get off at the other place, obviously. So that's a really cool thing that they just can walk back around and pick up your stuff later. Kind of gives me Flight of Fear vibes. I will say though, as we continue our quest into St. Louis, apparently, that's a fun little premiere ride. I mean, not too much to write home about. Was essentially a family coaster, but that family coaster basically had a couple of nice airtime pops, and one of those after the brake run, it just whoosh. It's like this really tight spiral drop lift helix kind of thing. So that's a really cool element. Give it some nice forces. That Faithful in Texas Hot isn't too heat yet early on the day, but you should probably go on the new water coaster before it gets too busy, because it is in fact a hot Texas day. Really cool ride system that Mack did with this power splash model. Basically, you think of it as a giant splash out ride mixed in with a shuttle coaster. So you go back and forth. The limb boost is right there, or else whatever kind of booster it is. Then on this last pass, right after this airtime hill, which last time through, you are flying. I got a good pop there. Yeah, you can kind of see that the lake fills up down there. So as soon as it comes down to this last spike, yeah, that's a good fit for a Texas park. All I need to say. Let's check. Look at this. You can see like the transition from the normal yellow to the darker. Can't even tell on the shorts. It's all of us the same. Yeah, that was a slightly more splash. That's all I'm gonna say. Something Attack of the Killer Rabbits probably. One of the cool things about this park is that they have not one, but two Aero mine trains. Well, I guess one normal size one and one mini one. So yeah, Aero represent. Let's go. Something content coaster. That's gonna be me in 5 seconds. Okay, I was not expecting the funny little kiddie mine train to actually have decent lateral kinks and a couple of airtime pops. Also, it's right near Mr. Freeze, which is awesome. Something Six Flags St. Louis. Go watch the video. This thing's awesome. So I love how this place just literally has a little tiny random rocking tug right on top of this lake. Like there's nothing else around. It's just, hello, how's it going? Also, I lied, there is stuff around it. They have one of the old school video gaming places. As a reminder, I am a Cincinnatian from Kings Island, so they have the red Eiffel Tower here. It's like ours, but it's red. Here's the other reason I wanted to come here. So you guys know my last trip when I was at Indiana Beach and I talked about them having dryer looping be one of the last classic Anton Schwarzkopf, well, traveling dryer loop coasters at Final Permanent Home. Get out of the trees. Get out of the trees, we gotta show the ride. Please get out of the trees so we can show the ride. There we go. Six Flags Over Texas is home to one of the custom Schwarzkopf looping roller coasters. The double looping Shockwave, which in fact has 2 loops. And it's right against the road. You can see it from the park here. Aside from these 2 forceful loops though, this thing's supposed to have some insane lats and air time, especially this drop off from this hill right here after you turn around, so I can't wait to check it out. Love me some classic coasters, and this thing's supposed to be pretty forceful. You guys know how I am about forces. Hi, go-karts. And ejector. I said ejector. Yeah, we're gonna rate that as Schwarzkopf out of 10. The forces on the loops in the back seat, I mean, it's okay, but like the kid I was staying next to you just had his head buried, so it's gotta be pretty good on the positives right there. The ejector pops. Yeah, they were not lying. All internet reviewers were not lying. The ejector on these 2 turnarounds are insane. Not to mention a couple other good pops, but like those 2 turnarounds in the back seat, absolutely. Love me some ejector air. Love me some airtime. What's up, Steve? That's Steve, everybody. Oh, Steve's saying hi. Or bye? Steve, you need to communicate better. Alright, well everyone comment hi, Steve, down below. And this one's Terrence the Tyrannosaur. I'm naming all the dinosaurs now. Then we got Larry the Long Guy, Jurassic Dave. What's that one from Jurassic Park? Shut up. And everyone's favorite dinosaur, the Haunt Maze. And who could forget Professor George Tober Nathaniel up here? They're probably my favorite. Look at that big dork. Take a break from coasters for a second. The park has the world's first log flume. So pretty cool. Historical landmarks are always great. There was actually some rumors a while back about them merging the two of them, making the world's longest or something like that, but I guess they didn't, so it's whatever. Still two log flumes parallel to each other. Guess they've only got one side going right now, but that's whatever. No, these aren't identical. They just both have the split line that starts right there. And one's not running. Is that red? Dude, spooky season. Spooky plume. Fun little flume. I love that they dyed all the rivers red. I think they're doing that basically all throughout the park. So you can hear this giant RMC right next to me. Such a loud RMC right here. But yeah, it's just cool to ride a piece of history and see how the mechanisms used to be way back in the day. Wait, I thought Cedar Point was the people doing backwards carousels. Backwards carousel POV what? I'm not horsey. That's the horse. But seriously, we're going backwards. It's different. I'm just gonna go ahead and mark this kitty credit. Not really worth it today. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe we'll do in the day 2, but yeah, it's not worth it. Yo, check out the Seaming as part of the Bugs Bunny Boomtown thing. They have like, I think that's a bathroom or something, but like just 2 train cars on elevated train tracks right next to where the actual train is. Pretty cool. Also, shout out to Area 51.5. I'm not entering it. Across the train tracks though. Live train track crossing reaction. Gotta say, as compact as this park it is, the layout's super confusing here. I mean, I know that it's obviously dead ends and stuff, but like, to get to this, to get Judge Roy Scream, which I know it's underneath the roadway, but still, like, to get to it, I had to get through like 2 different sections of the park just to find the entrance to the ride. And that's the Screamer right in front of me. And a train over there somewhere. And freaking look at this! I'm kind of sad that I won't be here for the Hauntless times because they have haunts all over the place. Yeah, that's the Wood Coast, so let's go. Ace Landmark. This single train off classic wooden coaster is kind of hard to film because it's literally sandwiched right between the road to get into the park and this road outside the park. So this lift hill is pretty much the only view you're gonna get of it. That said, for an out and back wooden coaster, this thing really didn't feel like it had too much airtime, especially sitting in the back. If anything, like these hills, you kind of get a falling sensation. And like the seating is really well padded, so like you almost feels like you're falling just on the seat, but no actual air, just kind of falling sensation if you put it that way. But yeah, this is all you get at Judge Roy Scream. It's entirely sandwiched in between 3 different plots, so you can just see the hill, that hill, and he'll be coming back to the break room. Well, just like my last visit to Six Flags New England, looks like the park has a broken down, inverted, yellow colored coaster, so hopefully this thing will be up and running later and or tomorrow for part 2. I'm gonna go next door and ride Mr. Freeze. It's better. Shout out to Freezy Boy Entrance though. If you remember Six Flags, the other one I went to, it was like out in the middle of nowhere surrounded by a giant river rapids ride, but here, you just walk right up to it. Go right into Mr. Boop the suit right there. I'm gonna boop it just like you guys should boop that subscribe button if you haven't already. Boop! Yeah, I don't know if it's because it's a busy Saturday or if they're legitimately just running one station on this thing, since you've already seen how it does 2 train ops. I'm not waiting 2 hours for Mr. Freeze. I'll wait 2 minutes for it. I'll wait 10 minutes for it. I'll wait 30 minutes for it. It's an awesome ride, but I'm not waiting 2 hours for the same ride I rode halfway across the United States already. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. There's no button there. I missed the button. I'm trying to press all buttons, there's no button there. This one has a button. Okay, everything's better again. There's a border collie here. I want to pet it. Public service stop. I freaking love border collies. We got a spooky look at the park map just to show you just what I'm talking about with park being kind of spread out and awkward. So we go over here, like doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. There's some stuff, there's some stuff. You have to go that way to get to end tag, and then while you're there, Titan, you can't even see that unless you just like go completely off the path. Now you go over here. Oh look, there's the one I just did, Judge Roger Stream. It literally goes on your street to even get to the thing. And to get there, you have to go like through that Happy Kids area, around Aquaman, by the tower thing, and boom, there's the staircase. That said, it goes like, look at that. There's the park entrance. There's your park. That's Judge Roy. That's all I'm saying. The rest of the park is kind of normal though. I love how the rest of the park is super busy right now for being a Saturday. With Shockwave, I mean that's like pre-separator line, and then you just like run up the ramp. It's basically still a walk on. Literally next in line for front seat. Alright, so while I'm looking for something else to do, I guess it's finally time to explain to you just what happened. So basically, I was supposed to fly out yesterday on Friday, land in Texas around 6:30ish, so I could pretty much have the entire haunt night here and then make a full day of it today. I got on my flight. Then I got off my flight and got back in the airport, and I was staying there for about 4 hours when we got delayed. Best part about it is that by the time we finally landed, like 10:30 or whatever, I wasn't aware. My specific rental place, out of all the other rental places, closed at 10 p.m. Everyone else was still open. So I spent like an hour in the rental place as well, just trying to get everything straightened out and get a new car so I could get to my hotel, which I got to at probably close to midnight. So yeah, it was originally going to be a full weekend trip here at Six Flags and do some other stuff, checking out Trader's World to get on Paris Stream. But yeah, thanks to my airplane needing to wait on literally a fire hydrant or fire extinguisher, whatever it's called. My full weekend trip turned into now just a busy Saturday where everything has 10 bajillion hour long lines, and I'm just really trying my best to get as much in as possible without having to invest in fast lane. So yeah, if you guys want to help me avoid this kind of conundrum in the future so I can actually afford a fast lane and not have to worry about all these temporary delays and insanely long lines, like it's an hour for the spinning wild mouse thing, make sure to support me by checking out my Ko-Fi and give me a tip to help support this channel so I can afford to go on more trips like this and actually get, you know, this thing. That's gonna cost like $200 today. I do not want to spend that. Honestly, Tony's a much better dog than this. I told you on the side of the road. Y'all know what time it is. I feel like running of the bulls is more appropriate here in Texas, even though we're just walking. So I have a second coaster shirt on today, which means this is in fact day 2 because, well, things happened yesterday, and yeah, we'll just leave it at that because I don't want to anger Six Flags gods. Anyways, today I'm only here for a couple hours before I have to go back to my flight, so I did go ahead and spend more money than I want to on a fast lane, but because that good, just get out, ride some rides, so let's go. Love you board. Here's a unique little boggin style coaster. There's only a couple of these left, and this was especially cool because it was part of the old ride rotation program. I used to live at a couple other parks before I came here. Also, low capacity, so this is like reason number 1 that we got the fast lane. Fun little ride. A little janky to be sure, but I mean, it can't be helped when you're literally going through these open thoroughs, swaying back and forth. Super unique, like I said. I've only been on probably Disaster Transport at Cedar Point back in the day, and yeah, when I go to Knoebels, you know, I'm checking out that one. I'll get back to Knoebels. I've been there before. But yeah, a little janky. I'm trying to get some shots. Literally getting there. It is. Thing's super loud. It's super hard to record, but it's a fun little ride. Ride some big stuff. Let's try this again. So over by LS Flume is the actual entry to one of the park's biggest coasters, which, once again, just like Judge Rice's Dream, you have to actually know where it is to find it. So we walk down this way, past Chainsaw Alley. Signs. Normally, we go this way. This is some of the park is. This is where how we get down to Adventures and Yield RMC. However, Picnic Grove. You wouldn't think about that. You would figure that Picnic Grove is literally just event space, food peoples, all that fun stuff. No, it's not. That's how you get inside. Way back there, Draft Bridge. Look at this fun stuff, by the way. Oh, my Mystic Timbers. Alright, so underneath there, first of all, here's the fast lane entrance for New Texas Giant, which the other line's way back over there, so should be, I'll be there in a second. However, we'll do something I didn't do yesterday first. Right around the corner, we have the Titan, the Titan. That big thing that looks like a ride I went on a couple years ago over at Six Flags Magic Mountain. But yeah, this guy might look familiar because it's basically a modified clone of Goliath at Six Flags Magic Mountain. The only difference is that one of them has an extra helix, more or less, but otherwise basically the same Giovanni Hypercoaster, one of only two that's ever made. So if you guys ever thought that Hypercoasters were literally just about getting airtime in those negative G's, no. I think it's all positive. Those helixes just crushing. I will say that one criticism is their fast lane queue goes right through the gift shop and up the exit. So there's a lot of traffic congregation of people getting off the ride and you going over there to get back on the ride if you have fast lanes. That's a little annoying, but otherwise, great ride. I mean, shame that Genova only ever made 2 of these, but obviously they eventually turned into B&M, so it's a net win. RMC round 2. This time we're heading towards the back. Jared, if you're watching this, I'm sorry, but this was definitely a backseat ride. It's crazy to see the evolution RMC's had over the years. If you think about it, this thing and Steel Vengeance, one of the more well-known RMC masterpieces, basically came off the same exact structure of a ride because Texas Giant and Mean Streak were basically twins way back in the day. That said, this thing's all about airtime. Like, especially that yank right there. That hill right there, just getting yanked off that into this injector is insane. Yeah, it's crazy to see just the evolution RMC's has come over the year just by watching this thing go, and then looking at Steel Vengeance back to back. It's insane how many haunted houses and shows that this place has for Spooktober month. Where you look at like Kings Island, which used to have a pretty good one, and now they literally have like what, 5 mazes and some outdoor sections or something like that. I don't know, it's crazy. Like, this place is packed with Spooktober stuff, but unfortunately all of that is an upcharge, which kind of sucks. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now entering Clone Country. Like, there's literally a Pandemonium clone back here. Joker 40 Season back there, got Batman back there, slightly less than a clone because there's only 2 of them, but Mr. Freeze back there, Hall of Justice right here. Let's go. Let's boost those credits. Smash the like button if you're also being credit whore right now.
Vital X-Bots are currently being dispatched throughout the tropics and will soon take control of
It's fine, guys. This is only my 3rd one of these I've been on this year.
You feel like, because you have like a lighter skin tone here, green is a lighter. I have a darker skin, so mine is a little bit darker. Maria's just a darker one, but she's the
darkest. The sad thing is, this is actually my first ever full-size 4D spinner clone. I've been on a couple of the small ones before, but at every other Six Flags park I've been to recently, the line's been too long, so first time on the clone that's everywhere. The Funny Man Force Spin, sponsored today by Circle K and Denny's. Also by Subway, I guess. Eat Fresh or whatever. Sponsor me, maybe. Actually, no, I forgot my name's also Jared. Honestly, it wasn't that bad. I mean, I think I maybe got like 3 flips on this time because my car was way that way, but it's like some cool flippy airtime or whatever. Not something I go out my way for, but alright, let's try this again. I'm a little sad that this Mr. Freeze is a little harder to actually get some footage of than the one in St. Louis. That one's in the middle of a lake. This one's like edge of the park surrounded by a bunch of other things. Also Batman. So I completely forgot this one was like this. They actually have a backwards train and a forwards train, so you can experience it both directions. But sorry, but I'm gonna need Six Flags and Premier to work together again, and Premier to work out all their kinks that they had with these systems or whatever they had with all the LMS systems, whatever. Mr. Freeze is insane. I've been on this and the one in St. Louis now. God, what do you say about this simple ride? Inverted top hat, overbank curve, boosted vertical lift. Like you get up there and it just keeps on going up and up and up. It is insane. And the fact that this one has forwards and backwards version, peak. Yeah, everyone in the world, ride a Mr. Freeze. I don't care if you do forwards, ride it backwards. It might be one of the coolest clone shuttle rides in the world, even if there's only 2 of them. Going down a fast lane for Batman, and what a low clearance. That's cool. Gotta love seeing an old school B&M invert that was cloned 10 billion times and still rides so much better than Banshee. Maybe Kings Island will take out Banshee and put one of these in its place now that Six Flags in its place. I'll give Banshee one thing over the Batman clones, and that's a lot smoother and more re-rideable. I know it's just because it's older rides, so I mean, what do you do about it? But this thing is intense. Like, I don't remember any of the other ones having trench rides like this, but there's actually some trenches that this thing submerges into. So shout out to this Batman. It goes underground, kind of. Shout out to all the big water features here at the park. I know it's a big Texas heat thing, so that's a huge plus. I mean, there's a whole bunch of other like misters and stuff all over. It's not just this big sploosh zone. Also, where are all my otaku friends at? They actually have taiyaki here, and I kind of want to try it if it wasn't theme park prices. All right, we're exiting Clone Country, which means it's time for one more credit here on this coast tour. That's right, we only did one mine train yesterday. Choo choo. This one's an Ace Landmark. Look at it go. So fast lane merges right here. As you walk on the front seat. That's actually a nice little complete ride to end our tour of all the credits on. I mean, it's got 3 different lift hills, a pretty long course that's very windy and has a lot of theming to it. And as you just saw, there's a nice little finale where it comes out from under a lake and some tunnels. Really good. They plus up with some Halloween theming as well, so I'm gonna say that's like a top 5 mine train for me. Not gonna reach like Big Thunder or anything like that, but a top 5 mine train. It's pretty good. Water feature reverse POV. It's gonna end well for my phone. It's probably fine. While we might be done with the coasters here, there's still a couple of other rides I want to experience. Namely this Spelunker Cove Pirate Dark Water ride, redo of some old rides that was literally impossible to get on yesterday. So we gotta end with weird dark rides, I guess. Where's Fastlane? There it is.
Still under pressure and prepare for the journey of a lifetime.
Okay, so first of all, I think I understand the capacity issue on this yesterday and today. It literally loaded me in one of these boats by myself. So it's one person in like the hero, probably gets like 8-9 people in there, I don't know. More importantly though, I'm clean. I've never done a drug in my life. This ride, I think this is what acid trip's like, honestly. Like, it starts off, you see all the spooky boys here. Show a spooky boy in the background, please. Thank you. This is like this pirate thing that like you think it's just gonna be fake Pirates of the Caribbean, whatever. And like halfway through, turns into like Leprechaun, Smurf, Oompa Loompa looking. I don't know how I could explain the other part of this ride without completely spoiling it. Just, this is an experience. Capacity sucks, so you might need a fast lane for it. But yeah, you need to experience this. What is this ride? I guess the good thing about waiting a couple minutes on Fastlane though is now I have time to get another lap on one of the best coasters here that's not Mr. Freeze or RMC. I honestly think Shockwave might give New Texas Giant a run for his money for the best coaster here. Both of them are great. Both of them have weird transitions and insane ejector kinks. But this one also has some pretty soul crushing vertical loops. So add that on to the count with the already good laps and vertical G's and stuff. Yeah, Shockwave's a winner. Especially with this. Look at this line. This thing's hidden in the back of the park, so it almost never has a line. Definitely top two attractions here, along with N-Tag and, I don't know, Mr. Freeze, I guess. I'm just always going to stand Mr. Freeze. Mr. Freeze is a good ride. I must have walked by this place 1,000 times without trying it out. So really cool that they have low sensory zones for people that just need to chill or have special needs or whatever. In this little area, Redland River. It's a shame that it's also right across from the blaring music box, so if part of them being calm is not having noise, sucks to be them. It's finally din time. Din off-road adventure. You guys thought I wasn't gonna do a dinosaur off-road POV. Alright, I'm gonna need you guys to timestamp, comment down below, name all the dinosaurs named earlier. I just realized I should have done an RMC joke with the T-Rex right there and the RMC behind it. Oh, now you want to say hi. I thought this was a family park. This is usually a part of the video where I say that we've cleared out the park and it's time to do some re-rides and on the big bad boy back here, slash get some good park footage. But once again, I got screwed over by my flights, so I got to bounce in like half an hour, but I think I know just the right way to end this video. I only got to do the backwards launch before. Nice to meet you. Alright, I guess it's time to start my final review as I walk out from Clone World and look how I knows we're gonna boop it again. Boop! I will rate the Six Flags Park 4 out of 6 flags. Where's the other thumb? There's the other finger. Basically, great ride lineup. Very diverse. You gotta give respect to things like Shockwave, them having an old school Sports Office custom coaster, the first RMC, a bunch of other custom stuff like Aquaman right here. It's one of only 2 the other ones somewhere in Europe that I need to get to at some point in my life. I would love to do a Europe trip if you help fund me, Ko-Fi, all that fun stuff. They have a Mr. Freeze. That should be all I need to say. I freaking love this thing. But yeah, like, rides aside, great atmosphere. A lot of these food schools look really unique for a Six Flags Park, which makes me a little sad because if they want theme park price, I would definitely try some actual theming throughout the area. I'd definitely compare it to something like Great America is probably the only Six Flags I've been to that actually has theming to it, but I mean, it's original, so it makes sense that the Six Flags are actually 6 different themed layouts. That said, I don't want to fault the park crowds. My big gripe has definitely been crowds. I mean, you guys saw I actually went ahead and bought a fast lane for day 2, which partially because of crowds, partially because of my flight. We're not going to talk about that for the rest of the video. Speaking of fast lane though, huge help today for part 2 of the trip. I normally don't want to say that like parks aren't doable without them or anything like that, but comparing my crowds yesterday to what I was able to accomplish today in just about 3.5 hours before I had to leave. Yeah. I may have dropped about $100 towards like mid-tier Fastlane, not the instant walk-on one, not the cheap one, but just the middle of the road, whatever it's called. But thanks to that Fastlane, I was able to get on about 15 attractions today. Once again, a span of less than 4 hours. So do the math, that's like less than $10 per ride. $8 here for an actual full day. Much more could have been done. So great investment if you want to get a lot done in the day. Can we get Miss Freeze background, please? There it is. There's my baby. I have a freeze clam. But other than that, my only big gripe is probably just broken rides? Question mark? Once again, it's hard to really say that. This place is year-round operation, so it's inevitable things are going to break down. But it just felt like a lot more rides were broken than I used to basically any other park I've been to. But anyways, that is sadly all for me for Texas. I was originally going to do a couple other things in another small video. Once again, thank you American Airlines for delaying my flight by about 4 or 5 hours, so I missed out on my first half day and that made me rush everything today. So if you guys enjoy this kind of coaster tour, make sure to leave a subscribe, like, all that fun stuff. You don't want to hear our show again. Until next time, this has been probably my last main theme park video of the year. So until I sit down at my desk and give you some random top 10 videos, always embrace the infinite. Oh, and I guess upcharge font. That's the other thing that I did this park for. Please don't make that a thing now that Cedar Fair and Six Flags have merged over. I would like to go to Kings Island and actually go to the haunts and not have to pay an arm and a leg just to go into one of the mazes. RMC, stop it. You're too loud. Stop being loud, RMC. I'm trying to record a thing.